Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday morning for yet another thought-provoking session in our webinar series at Manage CIU. It is always a pleasure to connect with agripreneurs, innovators, and ecosystem enablers like you each week. For those join us for the first time, welcome to the Center of Innovation and Agripreneurship CIE at Manage Hyderabad. We are the Agribusiness Incubator under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Government of India. Over the years, we had the opportunity to mentor 989 startups, incubated 495 ventures, and facilitate funding for 221 promising agri startups. We recently completed a very special series called Celebrating Women Mentoring Agri Startups, dedicated 46 webinars to women who are transforming India's agri innovation space. And now we are turning our focus to something equally crucial, government scheme for agri startups. Many promising ideas don't take off simply because they missed out on the right support. So through this series, we breaking down key government programs and showing you how to tap into them. Today's topic is one of the most impactful sessions out there, RKVY-Raftaar supporting Indian agriculture through innovation and agripreneurship. We have also been posting regularly updates about upcoming session on our social media pages. So do follow us and check out our official website to register in advance. So today we have two expert speakers with us who will walk us through how RKVY Raftaar supports agri startup, not just with funding, but through incubation, mentorship, and business support. So now we will invite our speaker for today's session. To introduce our speaker, I would like to call Ms. Priyanka ma'am to introduce our speaker.
Thank you, Sonam. Good morning, everyone. I'm Priyanka from Team Manage CIA. I'm honored to introduce our first speaker for today's session. Dr. Safal Batra has been a faculty member in strategic management and entrepreneurship at IIM Kashipur since March 2015. He completed his master's from IIM Kolkata and earned his doctorate from IIM Ahmedabad in 2018. He was a visiting fellow at the National Taiwan University of Science and Technology and has also completed prestigious faculty development program at Harvard Business School and the Wharton School of Business. He has designed and delivered numerous management development programs on strategic leadership and management for organizations such as Bharat Electronics and National Academy of Defense Productions, NTPC, Indian Oil, ONGC, and others. Dr. Batra also serves as the Managing Director and Principal Investigator of the Foundation for Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development, the Entrepreneurship Incubation Center at IIM Kashipur. With this brief introduction, I would like to hand over the session to you, sir.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Priyanka. First things first, very good morning to all of you, and thanks to Dr. Sarvanan Raj, Saurabh, and the entire Manage team for giving me this opportunity to talk about this project. I'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to say a lot of things which I believe are extremely important while applying to any agricultural scheme and especially RKVY Raftaar. At IIM Kashipur also, along with Manage, we are running this scheme for the past 7 years. This is going to be our seventh cohort. And I have gathered some learnings working with people like Dr. Raj and the panelists of the project. And so I'm going to give you four very important learnings. So if you are a startup planning to apply to RKVY Raftaar scheme and you do the four things that I'm going to share with you in the next 20 minutes, there is a very, very high probability that you will get your funding. So one by one, I'll talk about these four things. And this is especially more meaningful to those agri startups who plan to apply to RKVY Raftaar scheme or any other agricultural scheme. And let me tell you, from all these years, my belief in RKVY scheme has like gone so high, because when the scheme started, we had so many questions whether such a scheme or some funding really helps budding entrepreneurs. But over the years, we have seen crazy results from the scheme. You know, a little bit of mentoring, some friends, some potential co-founders, some experts, some money, they all go a long way in building venture success for young startups. So having said all of that, let me quickly get into my 4-point mantra. If you work on them, I mean, you're putting your successful application in RKVY-Raftaar is almost guaranteed. My point number 1 is mass impact. Over the years of defending my own startups of IIM Kashipur in front of ministry and panel, we have come to a conclusion that having a mass impact or direct impact on the farmer is extremely important for success. So if you are doing something related to agriculture, it does not have to directly translate into, it's not as if every single time you have to go and talk to farmer and check, but it must have some impact either on farmers or on consumers or on any other stakeholder, which is mass impact. So if you say, okay, we are doing something which is impacting 5 farmers in my area, now that's a great thing to do. Impacting 5 farmers positively is not a bad thing, but it does not cut ice for the panelists, because mind you, this is not an MSME scheme. In every point, I am bound to repeat this point that this is not an MSME scheme. There are numerous MSME schemes in which you can apply, get a funding or get a loan of 20 lakhs, you get subsidy of 35%, you help 5 farmers, you are able to make a livelihood. Awesome. But if you are applying to RKVY-Raftaar as a startup, the impact has to be beyond 5 farmers. So you have to think of ways in which your product, your app, your service, whatever solution you are providing is able to make India a better place over the years. So it's a startup scheme, not an MSME scheme. So my point number 1 is, before you go and face the panelists, you must always know what is the mass impact you are creating. And I repeat before going to the next point that the impact does not always have to be on farmers. अगर आपने कोई ऐसा जबरदस्त सोल्यूशन बनाया जिसका इम्पैक्ट डायरेक्ट कस्टमर्स को मिल गया इन टर्म्स ऑफ फाइंडिंग वैल्यू फॉर मनी फॉर अ प्रोडक्ट, हो गया आपका काम. If you are able to find a way of making the supply ecosystem better for everyone, ho gaya kaam. But one segment of the entire ecosystem should have a mass impact. And so while all ideas start with 5 farmers, but you should be able to make a case and clearly defend that how is your idea going to over the years impact the whole state and not just 5 farmers. So a regionalized, localized idea is amazing for a prototype, but for you to get a 25 lakh funding in RKVY-Raftaar, it has to have a mass impact. My second and a very important point here is that this is a question which you are going to face no matter whether you apply to manage IIM Kashipur, any of the Rabis, whoever is the panel. I have never come across any startup and any panel which has not asked this question. So what is the innovation? Yes, that's the question you have to. Sometimes it's very frustrating. You see, I get frustrated. Come on, there's a real mass impact here. Everything does not have to be an innovation, but you cannot get away without. Speak Hindi language. Pallav Malik is saying, sir, should I mix a little bit of Hindi also? Is it allowed? I don't know. I was thinking maybe English, but I speak very good Hindi actually.
Whatever, both you can mix it also, go ahead. No issues. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much. Definitely. मैं अपनी बात को दोनों तरह से समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. दूसरा एक क्वेश्चन, सेकंड क्वेश्चन which you are definitely gonna face, जो आने ही वाला है, is what is the innovation? You cannot avoid this question at any cost. Every panel in every state is going to ask you this question. So what is the innovation? और मैं कह रहा था कई बार ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग होता है कि जब मास इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट हो रहा है तो उसमें फिर हर चीज में दुनिया में इनोवेशन की क्या जरूरत है. बट यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड दिस क्वेश्चन. So if there is something new that you have been able to figure out, talk about it. लेकिन अगर कुछ नया नहीं है, लेट्स से आप फार्मर से सामान उठा रहे हैं, ऑर्गेनिक सामान, और उसे पैकेज करके बेच रहे हैं, तो देन इट डज नॉट क्वालिफाई एज एन RKVY रफ्तार। अर्लियर स्कीम्स में पहले साल दूसरे साल फिर भी मिल जाती थी, अब नहीं मिलती है। तो आपको मास इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, तो उतने बड़े स्केल पे आपको इसको खेलना पड़ेगा कि यू आर एबल टू टेल कि जब आप ये ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट को पूरे इंडिया में लेके जाओगे तो इट क्रिएट्स अ ब्रांड, एंड दैट ब्रांड इज एन इनोवेशन, दैट ब्रांड इज अ प्रॉक्सी ऑफ इनोवेशन। क्योंकि अगर आपने इतना जबरदस्त ब्रांड क्रिएट कर दिया जो कि अक्रॉस द कंट्री एक प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहा है, तो वो ब्रांड भी एक इनोवेशन होता है। एंड देयरफॉर दो चीजों पे खेलिए, दोनों में से पॉइंट नंबर 1 या 2 पे। एक, अगर आपका कोई इनोवेटिव सोल्यूशन है तो नोबडी कैन स्टॉप यू फ्रॉम गेटिंग योर ग्रांट। बट अगर सोल्यूशन इनोवेटिव नहीं है, यू आर डूइंग मी टू आइडिया जो सब करते हैं और उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो फिर मास इम्पैक्ट की बात कीजिए। हाउ योर आइडिया इज एबल टू क्रिएट अ बिग डेंट इन द इकोसिस्टम एंड नॉट जस्ट 5 फार्मर्स। पॉइंट नंबर 3, तो पहला क्या है, एक मास इम्पैक्ट करिए या फिर एक इनोवेशन की बात करिए, और दोनों में से एक तो करना ही है, अदरवाइज यू कांट मूव फॉरवर्ड। तीसरा पॉइंट जो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, जो आना ही है, what is your expenditure plan? You know, I've seen people who have very very good ideas but they are completely clueless कि 25 लाख मिलेंगे तो करना क्या है। Have a very very clear plan in mind how you are going to spend that 25 lakh. एंड माई वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग रिकमेंडेशन इज, जो मैंने पैनलिस्ट के साथ काफी साल काम करके देखा है, इज हैव अ फेयर मिक्स ऑफ नॉन रेकरिंग एंड रेकरिंग एक्सपेंसेस। हैव अ फेयर मिक्स, यू नो, थोड़ा सा पैसा R&D में लगाइए, थोड़ा सा पैसा मशीन में लगाइए, थोड़ा सा पैसा मार्केटिंग इम्पैक्ट में लगाइए। बट जब आप कोई 100% ऑफ द चीज किसी एक चीज में करने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो दैट समटाइम्स अ रेड फ्लैग फॉर द पैनलिस्ट। एंड नॉट नोइंग कि पैसा खर्च कहाँ पे करना है इज ऑल्सो अ रेड फ्लैग फॉर द पैनलिस्ट। मैं देखता हूँ पैनलिस्ट बहुत अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाते हैं जब आपके पास क्लियर आइडिया नहीं होता कि भैया ठीक है, आपका बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है बट एट दिस पॉइंट यू डोंट नीड मनी। आइडिया अच्छा है पर पैसा क्यों देना है आपको? सो हैविंग एन आंसर टू दैट क्वेश्चन इज ऑफ utmost इंपॉर्टेंस कि पैसा लगेगा कहाँ। And I'm telling you, a fair mix of recurring and non-recurring is the best possible solution that one may have, instead of saying कि पूरे 25 लाख रुपए की मैं एक मशीन खरीदूंगा या पूरे 25 लाख की मैं सैलरीज दूंगा। That kind of creates a slight red flag, and so having a fair mix in multiple buckets is the best possible thing, और वो बहुत क्लियरली लेड आउट होना चाहिए बिफोर यू गो फॉर अ प्रेजेंटेशन, वो बहुत ही क्लियरली लेड डाउन होना चाहिए। My last and the final point is, so 3 points so far, एक इनोवेशन जरूर दिखनी चाहिए, एक मास इम्पैक्ट जरूर दिखना चाहिए, और अगर इनोवेशन नहीं है तो मास इम्पैक्ट बहुत ही मेजर दिखना चाहिए। पॉइंट नंबर 3 है एक्सपेंडिचर प्लान बहुत ही क्लियर होना चाहिए। पॉइंट नंबर 4 है स्किन इन द गेम होना चाहिए, स्किन इन द गेम, पैशन। यू नो, बियॉन्ड अ पॉइंट आप दुनिया में कहीं पर भी चले जाइए, सबसे ज्यादा नंबर फाउंडर के ही होते हैं, आइडिया दूसरे नंबर पे आता है। अगर आप कुछ नया करना चाहते हैं तो पैनलिस्ट्स बच्चों को चांस देते हैं, दे डू गिव चांस, आई हैव सीन, बट यू शुड हैव अ स्किन इन द गेम। यू शुड हैव वेरी 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 गुड आइडिया, वेरी गुड आइडिया ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट दैट यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट। बहुत हेल्दी रिसर्च करके जाइए। मुझे याद है ड्रैगन फ्रूट का आइडिया लेके आए तो पैनलिस्ट ने बोला अच्छा बताओ सबसे ज्यादा ड्रैगन फ्रूट कौन से 3 स्टेट्स में होता है? नहीं पता है। भैया तुम ड्रैगन फ्रूट को पैकेज करके बेचोगे, तुमको नहीं पता है ड्रैगन फ्रूट कौन सी 3 स्टेट्स में होता है, हाउ डू यू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट योर कमिटमेंट? हाउ डू वी नो यू विल बी एबल टू क्रिएट अ रियल मास इम्पैक्ट ऑन द फार्मर्स? क्योंकि जो 3 स्टेट में सबसे ज्यादा उगता है भैया वहीं पर तो मास इम्पैक्ट करोगे, आपको मालूम ही नहीं है। नॉट नोइंग हु आर योर कॉम्पिटिटर्स। मान लीजिए अगर कोई बड़ा कॉम्पिटिटर है मार्केट में, उतना घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। इट्स अ बिग कंट्री गाइस, वी आर अ बिग कंट्री, 150 करोड़ पीपल। हमें एक स्टार्टअप नहीं चाहिए, हमें हर प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए मल्टीपल स्टार्टअप्स चाहिए। एंड देयरफॉर यू नो, आई वुड से हैविंग कॉम्पिटिटर्स इज नेवर अ प्रॉब्लम, बट नॉट नोइंग योर कॉम्पिटिटर्स इज अ वेरी बिग प्रॉब्लम। कहना कि नहीं नहीं कोई कॉम्पिटिटर ही नहीं है, आई एम द फर्स्ट वन टू डू इट। अब जो सामने पैनलिस्ट बैठे हैं वो बहुत साल से ये कर रहे हैं, दे आर सुपर इंटेलिजेंट पीपल। तो you have to clearly tell who are the competitors, what are the challenges. The panelists are there to give you guidance and to solve your challenges. तो कुछ भी हाइड करना बहुत ही स्टुपिडिटी है। पूरी बात को बहुत क्लियरली रखिए और बहुत सॉलिड रिसर्च करके आइए। अगर आप कोई भी प्रोडक्ट की बात करें, यू शुड नो हु आर द अदर पीपल हु आर मेकिंग दिस प्रोडक्ट, यू शुड नो कौन सी स्टेट्स में वो प्रोडक्ट सबसे ज्यादा कंज्यूम होता है, यू शुड नो कौन सी स्टेट में वो प्रोडक्ट सबसे ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस होता है। These are the basics, guys, ABC। और उतना नहीं पता है, then definitely someone does not deserve a funding। फिर हम भी अपने उस स्टार्टअप के लिए फाइट करना बंद कर देते हैं। So yes, skin in the game। These are my 4 points। अगर आप इन पे थोड़ा सा भी ध्यान देंगे, इनोवेशन, मास इम्पैक्ट, स्किन इन द गेम, मतलब क्लियर आइडिया, बहुत आइडिया को घोट के जिसे कहते हैं पी जाना है, आपको हर चीज पता होनी चाहिए उस आइडिया के बारे में, एंड अ क्लियर एक्सपेंडिचर प्लान। इफ यू डू दैट, तो आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन सिर्फ और सिर्फ 10 मिनट की होगी पैनल के आगे, 10 मिनट्स, बिकॉज दे वांट आंसर्स टू दीज 4 क्वेश्चंस क्लियरली, एंड यू आर थ्रू, यू आर फॉरवर्ड, आप आगे बढ़ोगे। सो दिस इज माय 4 पॉइंट प्लान। Over the years, I have seen the startups, you know, who come in chappals and who had no idea how to take their startup forward, but they had a very interesting vision, and we have seen them becoming very very successful over the years। तो ये स्कीम बहुत ही कारगर है। मैं एक और बात कहना चाहता हूँ, मुझे नहीं पता इफ इट इज अलाउड, बट the startup the startup segment of that state is also facilitates a lot of funding along with RKVY रफ्तार। तो जैसे कि उत्तराखंड में स्टार्टअप उत्तराखंड बहुत ही एक्टिव है, और अगर RKVY रफ्तार मिला हो तो वो 1 मिनट में साथ की साथ उनको बस बिना कुछ पूछे हम पैनल कर लेते हैं। और आप मान लीजिए कि RKVY रफ्तार की जितनी फंडिंग होती है उसमें आप 10 लाख और ऐड कर दीजिए बाय डिफॉल्ट, क्योंकि स्टार्टअप उत्तराखंड फिर देता ही है उन्हें। तो उसी तरह से आई एम श्योर इफ यू आर बेस्ड आउट ऑफ लेट्स से any state, Karnataka, Telangana, there's always a branch there, startup Telangana, startup Karnataka, and that's also something you must channelize along with the RKVY scheme। These are some of the things which I wanted to say। And over the years I've seen some really successful startups, पर मैंने देखा है कि उनका skin in the game होता है। अगर एक स्टार्टअप मुझे आज भी याद है, हमारे फर्स्ट कोहोर्ट में आए थे, अंकित बागड़िया, बहुत ही वेरी यंग किड, केम विद अ बॉक्स। तो हमने सोचा यार ये तो बॉक्स आया है, जरूर कुछ मिठाई निकलेगी, बहुत ही बढ़िया, मजा आएगा, है ना। अब पैनलिस्ट बैठे हैं, बोर हो रहे हैं, कुछ खाने को मिलेगा। गेस व्हाट केम आउट ऑफ हिज बॉक्स? When he opened, there were lots of insects in that. I mean, there were insects in that box, and those were the insects he was breeding, which were an alternate substitute to fish and shrimp feed. And he carries that box all the time with him wherever he goes. It tells that he has skin in the game, he has passion for what he's doing. And over the years we've seen him getting funding to the tune of 50-60 crores from venture capitalists, and he's gone a big way। And I've seen many such startups benefiting from RKVY Raftaar। तो मुझे तो बहुत ही पसंद है ये scheme। I can go on and on, but I know there are timing constraints and I've crossed my time। But every single person who wants to try agri entrepreneurship, I have a strong recommendation: you must try RKVY Raftaar scheme। And there is this whole panel of manage who's there to help you। और अगर by chance आप में से कोई, by chance if there is somebody from Uttarakhand, तो प्लीज आप हमें भी जरूर मिलिएगा, and we can together do some good things। So go for RKVY Raftaar scheme। Thank you so much। If you have any questions, I'll be super happy to take them, maybe now or at the end of the session। Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity।
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for informative talk. It was great to hear such practical guidance straight from someone who understands the ecosystem so well. And we will take the question after second speaker presentation. So now it is time to invite our second speaker. For that, I would like to call Ms. Maitri to invite our second speaker.
Thank you so much, Sonam. Good morning, everyone. I'm Maitri from Team Manacia. I would like to introduce today's speaker, Dr. K.P. Sudhir, Professor and PI, RKVY-Raftaar, Kerala Agriculture University. Dr. Sudhir, a distinguished agriculture engineer and researcher with over 20 years of expertise in post-harvest technology. As the head of Raftaar Agribusiness Incubator and Department of Agriculture Engineering at Kerala Agriculture University, Dr. Sudhir has been instrumental in driving innovation and entrepreneurship in Indian agriculture. With a strong research focus on non-thermal technologies for food safety and security, Dr. Sudhir has received numerous prestigious fellowships and awards for his contribution to the field. It's an honor to have you here with us, sir. Over to you.
Can you please give the share access, sir?
Yes, sir. Hello, Sudhir sir. Can you hear us? May I know from KU Abhishek sir is here?
So, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Sudhir sir is having some network issue. So shall I start the session?
Am I audible? Abhishek?
Yes,
Please go ahead.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
please
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead. Sudhir sir, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm not in position to convert this, so please excuse. Very
Sir, you're not audible to us.
thank managed team Saturday webinars.
Yeah. Professor Sudhir, you are not audible. Actually, your network is totally unstable. Abhishek, can you start otherwise? Abhishek, can you do that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please start
So,
now.
first of all, apologize from Rabi Gaisa due to some network issues. PA couldn't join the session. Without delay, I would like to start the presentation. First of all, I would like to thank managed team for giving us this opportunity to share the insights regarding the Raftaar Agribusiness Incubator and the scheme associated for supporting startups. Next slide, please. So basically, the Raftaar will be supporting the agri startups. Financial grant is given through 3 criteria. First one is for the development, like if somebody have an idea related to agri sector, for the development of the idea to a prototype stage, financial grant up to rupees 5 lakhs will be given. And many incubators have different scheme names. For example, we have RAISE with a scheme name for 5 lakhs grant category, which implies realizing and augmenting innovations for startup enterprises. Basically, it is just idea to prototype journey. And for the scale up, for example, some agri innovators will have some idea in their mind. Already they have developed a prototype or a minimum viable product. So for the purpose of scaling up their ideas and also for the commercial launching, a grant amount up to rupees 25 lakhs is given under this Raftaar incubator supporting schemes. And this grant is utilized mainly for the scaling up. Okay. So the 5 lakhs grant is mainly used for the prototype development and the idea validation for purposes. And the 25 lakhs is mainly used for the scaling up and marketing. And newly, this Raftaar scheme has supporting student innovators. Exclusively for students without a startup registration, they will get up to rupees 4 lakhs. those who are students. So sometimes we have seen many agri graduates and non-agri graduates having some very disruptive technologies, very disruptive ideas, especially in the agri sector. But due to financial constraints, they couldn't move forward. So government has decided to give this support, financial support to these student innovators by giving them a 4 lakh rupees assistance, so that they don't go through the jargon of making some business compliances or etc. So later on they can register as a company and move startup. For the initial stage of supporting, the government will give 4 lakhs grants to students. So basically, the financial support is given through 3 categories. So basically, if you have some idea, you will be applying for a 5 lakh category scheme. You will be at a pre-seed stage category. So you will get up to 5 lakh rupees. And if you already have a MVP, minimum viable product, you will be applying under seed stage category, which is 25 lakhs category. You will get up to rupees 25 lakh grant. And the grant amount ceiling is mentioned as 25 lakhs. The committee will decide as per your pitching, as per your requirement. The committee will be recommending the exact grant, but it doesn't mean that you will be getting, everybody will be getting 25 lakh grants. It may be go to 20, it may go to 10 lakhs, or it may go up to 25 lakhs. Basically, it depends upon the your financial requirement, how you will pitch before the committee, and how they will take it. Okay, so these are the three supports. And there will be a 1 month orientation program for this pre-seed stage and seed stage category startup. So that sometimes what happens, we can see, as the previous speaker has mentioned, sometimes they will come with the idea, they will be very passionate about the idea, but they don't have a direction. They will not have any idea regarding the business compliances, the legal compliances, the marketing, branding, etc. So we will give them a 1 month orientation training program through which they can refine their idea, they can refine the project. So they will undergo a 1 month training program. Later only they go for the final pitching for the committee. And this Raftaar incubation centers are throughout all states of India. It is supported by 5 knowledge partners. So our knowledge partner is obviously managed. So manager will also having the same scheme. So if a startup is from Kerala, they will get preference to in Raftaar Agribusiness Incubator from the Kerala Agriculture University. Next slide, please. So what are the focus areas that we'll be focusing? Mainly we can categorize into 4 focus areas. The agri-tech focus area, the smart agriculture. The agri-tech covers the mechanization part mostly. Like you are developed a new innovative farm machinery, or you have developed for example, we used to have many coconut trees in our state, and you have developed a coconut climbing tree which uses not that much effort, and that is innovative, and that is easily adaptable, and that is easily scalable. So obviously there are high chances of selecting under scaling. So agri-tech sector, smart agriculture, in which we will be smart farming systems, precision farming systems, agri inputs and value addition. So agri inputs, the food processing sector, the agriculture supply chain sector, precision farming sector, agri social enterprises with some social innovations, agri clinics and farm health services, and farm mechanization, IoT, ICT. There are many startups booming now based on IoT, AI-based agriculture system with predictive analytics and etc. And organic farming, that is not conventional organic farming, that is having some innovation factor in agriculture, biotechnology, natural resource management, waste to wealth, like secondary agriculture, because it's an era of circular economy where we want to reduce the disposal. We have to do circular economy. So we are giving very much boosters to waste to wealth sectors. So mainly, if you have an idea, those who are hearing this webinar, if you have an idea or you have a MVP stage product combining these sectors, you can definitely apply for the Raftaar scheme for the agri startups. So basically, these are the stages of this funding support, because since it is a grant rather than a loan, there will be many multi-level of screenings so that you get selected to the final grant recommendation. So primarily, it starts with the application invitation. So every agribusiness incubator and knowledge partners will invite applications. You will apply for that. In the application, you will give the details of your idea. You don't have to give the minute details or something that is very IP related. You have to convince that your idea will work out. So that application you will give to the respective agribusiness incubator or knowledge partner. And there will be a first round of selection first round of screening where your ideas will be screened and you'll be selected for a 1 month orientation training program that I have mentioned earlier. Then after 1 month orientation training program, we will again pitch before a SIC committee for the final recommendation. For that committee will be recommending the grant, whether you will be recommended for the grant or how much amount of grant will be recommended will be decided by the SIC committee. And the grant will be dispersed as installments for pre-seed category, that is 5 lakh category, it will be given as a single installment. And for the scale-up category or the 25 lakh category, it will be given as a two installments, 50% and 50%. And once the fund is recommended, the seed stage category starters will undergo a 15 days incubation workshop where they will again their ideas get refined, they will get oriented, they will be mentored by the very experts in the sector. And finally, it will be the grant will be dispersed to the startups after the due diligence. Okay, and since it is a grant, the government and the knowledge partner, Agribusiness Incubators, will continuously monitor your processes, the milestones you have set, the milestones whether you have achieved or not, the due diligence whether it's working or not. Then only you will be recommended for the further installments. So these are the stages of the funding criteria for under this scheme. So it starts with an application, first level of screening, then 1 month orientation, then next level of screening, and again a 15-day incubation workshop, then the disbursement. Okay. So Kerala Agriculture University have conducted, started this journey from 2019-20, the first batch of our cohort. We had about 42 incubators were trained in that cohort, and out of that, only 16 got the grant, recommended for the grant, and about 195 lakhs rupees is recommended as grant for that cohort. So we have conducted almost 6 cohorts by last year. This 7th cohort will be, the invitation is open by May 1st. So this will be our 7th cohort. And throughout this journey, we can see the pattern. Like almost for a year of cohort, around 40 incubators will be selected for the training program. Out of this, about 16 to 20, 14 to 20 will be selected for grant. So normally in a year, for the Agribusiness Incubators, there will be 20 starters will be selected. So that much level of screening you will undergo. So you have to be very much focused. You have to be very much passionate about your idea. You have to convince the committee how it will be commercially scalable, how it will be benefiting to the farmers. And through our journey, you can see mainly our agribusiness incubator facilities for our startups are majorly from the food processing sectors. Second coming to waste to wealth, innovative farming, then IoT robotics and agri mechanization, and about 12.23 crores rupees of grants were recommended through Kerala Agriculture University through the agri startups, thereby enhancing the livelihood of the farmers, enhancing startup ecosystem. So this is the scenario of Kerala Agriculture University. Similarly, all the agribusiness incubators having similar kind of pattern. And these are some of the startups that we have supports to get an idea, like whether you will, what are the categories in which startups comes when they are grant. The Beyond Snack, the story of Beyond Snack is very, very familiar. We are very proud to say that Beyond Snack is the incubated or the grant supported from our first cohort. So they're raising billion funds from other Navajas scale-up stage. It's an example of snack-based food processing. And from waste to wealth, you can see Toosh and Sunbird straw that uses edible plates. And Sunbird straws are the straws that they make the straws from coconut leaves. Normally, we discard the coconut leaves. So I have mentioned the circular economy thing. So these are the sectors like Nata Nutrigo by using the Nata Decoco from the coconut water. Black pie technologies using the larvae flies, other mushrooms. So these are the various sectors. There are different sectors of agriculture sectors from we have our startups. Next, please. So these are the booming sectors like the robotics and agriculture, IoT, drone-based startups. So earlier we can see that the pattern was like the Beyond Snacks or some snack food based industry or the millet based industry used to get the fundings, but now the scenario has changed. So you have to be that much innovative. Your idea should be that much innovative. Your idea should be your product should be that much commercially scalable. Only the startups that comes that checklist that sections only get selected to the grant. So if now the booming sector is the agri-tech, like IoT, robotics, drones, machine vision systems, etc. Next slide, please. So these are the some of the startups. For example, I just give an example of 4 startups coming from this sector, IoT, robotics, or the drone sector. So this Noark Technologies is an AI-based startup that uses AI to deter the wild animals, because we have a lot of issues with the wild animals. It's that kind of startup. And drone-based startup, Third Eye Agri-Tech, Usage. And this Simplify Agri is an ERP-based agri startup that used to develop an ERP, a mobile ERP for the farmers for our age and our long ages. These are the examples of that category of startups. Next. And there's some startups that selected under our scheme for the farm mechanization. For example, Latino, we used to have, different states have different issues. So we used to have many rubber plantations, and that taking milk out of the rubber plant trees are a tedious job. So there was a startup that developed an innovative idea that eases the farmers tapping and tilling, boat tiller, smart peak, biosensors. These are some of the startups from that sector. Next. And as I mentioned, the ready to eat and ready to cook foods, because the convenience is the major thing happening in the food sector. So how much convenient you make the food, that will be easily adopted by the consumer. So there's a very huge market potential for the RTC and RTE foods. So these are some of the startups, like Sojas is a millet-based startups that used to produce millet-based innovative products. Vacuum fried chips producing crimps and the startups, and Beyond Snack is a innovative startup that used to produce banana-based snacks. Next. And this is a meat alternatives. It's a very, very innovative startup. These are very innovative startups that use jackfruit, because earlier days rather than the jackfruit, we used to have in Kerala, every household had a jackfruit tree, and it used to be a backyard nuisance. Means that it will grow itself, the jackfruit will fall itself off, it will decay in the soil. But the scenario has changed. The potential of jackfruit is very much identified today. So it is mainly used for making meat alternatives. See, these are some of the startups that use jackfruit as a tool to make it an innovative product. Like Greennovative is a meat substitute that doesn't use jackfruit, it uses another formulation, but it's a meat substitute based startups. It's Autocarpus, Green Hacks, Plant Proteins are jackfruit based meat alternative startups. Next, please. And other categories like flavored coconut milk, drink coconut milk use, and the fun, like the mushroom cultivator, the other mushrooms. These are the millet-based ice cream, the coconut-based ice cream. So these are the different sectors through which the startups get supported through the Raftaar Agribusiness. Next. So we have mentioned the waste to wealth scenario. These are some of the startups like Tushan. Tushan is a very good startup. The company name is VR Naturals. They used to make edible plates. They used to export this to the foreign countries.
Sorry to interrupt you, but as we have limited time, we should go.
I will.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
So last slide, next slide, please. So these are the genes. So I mentioned this startup so that the listeners will get an idea what kind of startups or what are the areas in which this agri sector is moving forward. So Raftaar Agribusiness Incubator is located at Kerala University, Thrissur. So startups related to agri sector can meet us or join, or contact number is given. You can get any support from us. We are very quick to help you. So you can contact through the email ID, website, or the landline numbers. Thank you, Manish. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your thoughtful presentation. It was both engaging and full of valuable takeaways for aspiring and early stage entrepreneurs. So now we will start Q&A session. If there anything you'd like to ask to our speakers, please feel free to type it into chat box, or otherwise you can raise your hand so that we can unmute you, so that you can directly interact with the speakers too. So I will take the question from the chat box now. Okay, sir. First question is from KD Jain. We are creating mass impact through our products and also register at startup. But after commercial launch and revenue, we need grant for other projects. So can we apply for RKVY-Raftaar as we are located in Ghaziabad, UP? Can we apply in any other states?
Can I answer this question?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
The answer is 100% yes. You must apply. You should apply because at your stage, you need funds for commercialization and taking the project forward. So definitely you should apply, and you should apply to manage. They are the best institute in the country. So this answer applies to all the aspiring entrepreneurs who are here. You can apply at two places. One is anybody from any state can apply in manage. That is for sure, because everybody is allowed. Am I right, sir? But other than that, you can also apply to a second Rabi of your state. So every state has one Rabi. You can apply to that. And in addition to that, you can apply to manage also. Maybe Dr. Raj can say more about that. So yes, you should apply.
So Sudhir sir, you want to add something on this? Sudhir sir, am I audible to you?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
I think there was some issues with the network. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, thank you. Abhishek must have mentioned about our application window is open now. And as Batra was mentioning, for commercialization, of course, this is one of the greatest opportunity actually through Raftaar program. And for commercialization, definitely you can apply. And definitely under Raftaar, we are looking forward for the backward and forward linkage and for commercial scalable projects. And Abhishek also might have explained all these things. Okay, so definitely you can apply, and our window is also open. And those who are especially from Kerala, they can apply to Kerala Raftaar Agribusiness Incubation Center now. And of course, Manage is there, and you can apply Manage at any time. And Manage is handling 2 cohort per year. Okay, so anybody from anywhere in India, you can apply to Manage, and specifically from Kerala, you can apply for with any innovative product, which is actually helping hand to farmer. And definitely we are there to support you up to 25 lakhs grant for the commercialization. And if it is an idea, of course, you can get up to 5 lakhs grant. And for the student startup, there is a special program that is 4 lakhs grant. You are always welcome. And for the you can be in touch with KU Rabi team, and our email address and mobile number is already given. So to this Rabi entire network, okay, it was the Agri startup earlier, it was less than 100, and from 2016, from 500 over an overall startup, now we have reached to 1,60,000 startup, and with Agri startup around 15,000. So this is definitely Raftaar has got a strong, role in this one, and the network of Rabi team also in entire country is actually giving a helping hand to the agri-based startups now. So that is why we have reached nearly 15,000 agri-based startups now. So definitely with a new idea, you can always apply for Raftaar program, and we are there for with up to 25 lakhs grant for the commercialization. Okay, please, next question. I hope we have answered the questions.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So next question is from GD. What are the real-time grants disbursement from the RKVY State Center? Why are we seeing delayed in disbursements? Anyone can answer, please.
What is the question? I couldn't hear. What's the question?
Yes, sir, I'm repeating the question. What are the real-time grants disbursement from the RKVY State Center? Why are we seeing delay in disbursement?
Yeah, so like told, 5 to 25 lakh is the quantum of the grant, and you should expect anywhere between 3 to 6 months to get the first tranche. It's a very, very good scheme, but there are some there are at times that there are processes attached with the government scheme, so things take time. This should not be your only source of survival. I mean, at any point in time, like just the last speaker was saying, we are at a stage, you see, where we want to commercialize and we need funds. The government is willing to give those funds, but it's not as if the funds will come tomorrow morning. So let's have realistic expectations also. The funds are amazing, they help startups, but you have to have other plans in mind also, is what I believe. But it's a beautiful scheme, and the ministry and the teams do the best that they can to do quick dispersals, but sometimes things do take time, and so there should be at least some more sources of funds that you should have in mind. That's my thought to it. So
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Batra. And to add on this one, because no, as Dr. Batra was mentioning, we should not completely, rely on this money, and you should not wait for this money. Okay, being a startup, definitely you should have plan A, plan B programs. Okay, so Raftaar, of course, it will come to you, and when you are applying, if it is 25 lakhs grant, as per the new rule, we are issuing it in 2 tranche. After clearing the first tranche, you have to provide the utilization certificate, and then again there will be another committee, and with that committee will be clearing that one, and then you will get the second tranche. But for the innovative grant, means ideation grant, the money will you give in one tranche. The entire money will be given in the front. Okay, so in the front end itself. So that is actually in no other schemes. Actually, the money will be given in the front end. Okay, usually the subsidies and all you will get at the back end, and this is actually a front end grant. So it is one amazing grant actually, and a wonderful opportunity to be part of this one. And no, if you are getting 25 lakhs grant, 12.5 lakhs you will get in one tranche, and that too in the front end. Okay, but again, as it was mentioned earlier, you will not. It's not easy. That means it is a government grant, and naturally we have to. Many cross checks are there actually before issuing the grant. So that has to be done before that, and then you will get it. Okay, so there is no issue in actually in the fund realization. So that will come to your account immediately after clearing all these formalities. Okay, so in totally it might take 3 to 4 months. That's all.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So next question is from Ishwar. He's asking if agri startups are truly making a mass impact. Why are ground level farmers still unaware of even one startup supported under RKVY-Raftaar?
See, even Manage has conducted now. This is actually 237 webinars on this Saturdays. I think this will be a record if an organization is doing webinars continuously on a particular issues, especially agri startups. Okay, in this segment. So in this ecosystem, it is well known, but still it has not reach to the innovative farmers, because we know the innovative farmers are doing, and but Kerala Agriculture University, so each RABI has got again their role to promote and to reach the needy farmer or the innovators who are living in the rural areas. So that is again, it's not only vested with Manage alone, the entire RABIs has also their own role to to reach these new program to the needy, as he was mentioning. So definitely everyone has got that responsibility, and we are also at it, and we are also organizing such capacity building programs within our organization, and also we are moving to the to the core or to the rural area or to the production catchment to get actually to reach the farming communities or the innovative farmers. So we are doing, and I think each and every RABI is also doing the same thing, and definitely finally it will reach to the real innovators, I'm sure.
Sir, you want to add something on this?
Not much. Maybe we can, in the interest of time, we can take one question each. But I would say that this is not true. The impact is happening, but gradually. Like Prime Minister Modi says, it's a train which takes time to reverse. I mean, it's not a scooter which will quickly reverse in a second. So it takes time, but the ecosystem is building. It's too harsh to say that not even one. Many farmers are benefiting. The scheme is very powerful. I have faith in the scheme, but things move slowly. You know, they make a positive impact slowly. Yeah, that's all. No, nothing more to add.
Yes, sir. There is one more question from Manish Sharma. My startup is based and registered in Maharashtra state. Can we apply for RKVY with your incubation center or not? I think this question is for Sapal, sir.
I think you will have to apply to the Rabi of Maharashtra and you can apply to Manage. I mean, Manage is allowed to take applications. Am I right, sir? Manage can take applications across the country. Is that true, sir?
Yeah, we are still taking. Yeah, we are taking. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you will have to find out the list of all the Rabis of the country is available readily on the website. So for example, if you are applying, if you are from Kerala, you should apply to KU, sir is here. If any one of you is from Uttarakhand, I strongly request you to apply to fied.in. That's our IIM Kashipur's incubation. But those from Maharashtra will have to apply in the incubator Rabi of Maharashtra. That list is readily available on website. But all of you can apply to.
Yes, yes. I think I strongly agree with you. And if you are from Maharashtra, you have to apply to CIRCOT Rabi. And CIRCOT has got the Raftaar Agribusiness Incubation Program. And of course, you can apply to any other, KPs like Manage Hyderabad also, you can apply. Okay. But the nearest one will be the CIRCOT Mumbai. Okay, CIRCOT Mumbai has got a Raftaar Agribusiness Incubation Program. And if you are if you are happy with the, and if you are getting a good mentor from CIRCOT, that will be the best. And then if it is not available, and then you can move, of course, to Hyderabad because for them also it will be difficult to reach. Compared to CIRCOT Mumbai, for them it is difficult. But still, if you are getting a good mentor at Manage Hyderabad, definitely you can apply to Manage Hyderabad also.
You can also try PDKV Akola also. There is incubation center at Dr. Punjab Rao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapith Akola also. They can try there.
Oh, okay, good.
Sir, one last
there was
question.
a very important question which I really don't want to be missed. Somebody had asked, what about students? What can students get from this scheme? I mean, that's something we must touch upon, that up to 4 lakh grants are available for students under this scheme in these Rabis. That's a beautiful new addition. Last year ये addition हुआ है. Or if you are an aspiring entrepreneur and your mother and father are not giving you money for research and taking some pangas, here is the scheme. Now you can take 4 lakhs from the Rabi of yours, your city, your state, and up to 4 lakhs you will get for R&D support and doing some interesting stuff. Even if you fail and even if you take a job later, perfectly okay. But if you have even slightest inclination towards entrepreneurship or you have a research idea in mind, you should take benefit of this 4 lakh scheme, which is available only for students. No registered startup, no nothing. Along with your college, you want to do some R&D, make use of this scheme. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we have limited time, so we have to conclude the session. So please feel free to reach out to our speakers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry. There are a lot of questions actually. Better to take it up. Anyway, there are technical issues first. Another 10 minutes or 15 minutes better to extend if speakers are fine. Because there are a lot of questions are there. Better.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Dr. Sharavanan, sir. Because actually there were some technical glitches in the initial things. Actually, I would like to congratulate actually the Manage team for making such a wonderful session and vibrant sessions every Saturday, and this being to 37th webinar. And this definitely it is actually reaching to the needy people and really the startups. And across the country. And this is definitely, I should congratulate you. And from entire KAU Rabi team also, this congratulations for making this such Saturday. And the impact of the scheme has really it's booming up, and we are getting actually every year actually you have created actually manage, and the entire Rabi team across our country has created a good agri startup ecosystem in our country, and we are getting quality startups nowadays, which computer engineers or electronic engineers or many from other technical graduates are coming into agri sector, and they are solving the problems of the farmers. So that is why we are getting very good startup system. And especially as to the listeners, especially from Kerala, those who are, because our application window is open now, please apply for the Raftaar Agribusiness Incubation program if you have a good idea to help the farming system. Okay, so that's all from my side, and our window will be open, means our window is open now, and the last date of our application is 30th May. Okay, and to get the information of our webinar series and our WhatsApp, you can join our WhatsApp group, and we will be sharing, our Rabi team will be sharing the WhatsApp group engage to the into the chat box. Rabi team, please share the chat, our link to the WhatsApp group in the chat box. Okay, so with this, actually this is a concluding statement from my side, and thank you once again on behalf of the KU Rabi, and of course on behalf of Kerala Agriculture University. Thank the organizers for inviting me and also giving an opportunity to KU to be part of this Saturday webinar series. So thank you, Dr. Sharavanan and team. And as of course you are our KP, and you are helping us or mentoring us and our startups also. So thank you once again on behalf of KU Rabi team.
So Sudhir, we start off extending another 15 more minutes. There are a lot of questions there actually. Chat box, okay. There are a lot of great questions. Sonam, kindly take it up, all the questions, no? Better, yeah.
Yes. Usha, you can take it up. Yes.
Yes, sir. So there is one more question from Dr. Shatrugn. He is asking, what is the maximum financial assistance available to startup under RKVY-Raftaar scheme, and what percentage of the project cost must be contributed by the startup?
Maximum 25 lakhs. Okay, sir.
Yes, no, you can proceed. Yes.
Maximum you can get is 25 lakhs, and out of which about 20% of the project cost must be borne by the entrepreneurs themselves. But in a way, it can also be maximum 30, because if you get 5 lakh initially for 1 year and you show a lot of progress, then next year also you can get 25. So maximum I would say is 30 if you get picked as a 5 lakh startup initially, but a part of the fund, at least 20 to 30% will have to be borne also by the entrepreneurs in the coming days. Yes, sir, over to you.
Yes. Maximum is 25 lakhs is the maximum permitted one, and 15% actually it should be borne by the individual startups. Okay, so 85% grant, you cannot expect such a percentage from any other schemes. Okay, usually the subsidy also, usually it will be given in whether it is PMFME or PMEGP and all, it is limited to maximum of 35%, but here you can get up to 85% grant. Okay, so for any other project, so this is the maximum one, so please try to get this grant. Okay, so that's I think maximum is 25, and if you are in the ideation stage, the maximum is not 25, maximum is 30. Okay, you can get initially 5 lakhs for the ideation and utilize that grant for the prototype manufacturing, and you do the validation, and then you can apply for the next seed stage program for 25 lakhs. So you can, for an individual, you can get maximum 30 lakhs from RKVY-Raftaar. That means initially 5, then you can apply for the 25, and totally you can get 30 lakhs. Okay, and for the student startup, initially you can get up to 4 lakhs maximum, and you do the validation and you do the prototype, and then once it is ready, then you can apply for the 25 lakhs grant. Then for the students, you can, of course, you can get the 29 lakhs grant.
Yes, sir. So next question is from Suprajit. He's asking, I would like to know what are the documents required. Also, can we get scheme benefits by having Udyam registration number or company registration is required?
Yes, good question. For any startup, simply means to be part of Raftaar, you have to registered under the Startup India program. So that means a startup India from if you should be a startup, okay, to apply for the Raftaar program. So to apply for getting a Startup India program, to be part of a startup registration, you need a company registration. Okay, so company registration is mandatory. So company registration can be whether it can be LLP, it can be any private limited company, it can be any one-man company. So except a proprietorship, okay, even partnership also is possible. So any other company registration is possible. And then for that, of course, for company registration, you approach a CA or you can be, a digital signature is required. So these are the essential things to start to for a company registration. So company registration is compulsory to get a Startup India registration. A Startup India registration is required for Raftaar incubation program. So simple. Okay. So you approach first for the registration. So LLP registration will be the simplest one with 5,000 or 7,000. You can do an LLP registration. Okay. And then you can apply for the Startup India registration. And then with that APP certificate, you can apply for the Raftaar program. It's very simple.
My understanding is that company registration is not required at initial stage of applying. They can also register later on after selection. Maybe.
Yeah, for the commercialization they have to do, but for ideation it's not required in the beginning.
Yeah. For ideation it is not required.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
For the student startup, it's not required. Especially for the student startup, it is not. These complications are not there for the student startups.
Yes,
And
sir.
also no other documents are required while applying, just a pitch. You know what exactly you do, what you want to do. There's a template. You should have clarity on what you want to do and why you need the funds. Other than that, no documents are required initially. All documents about the company are collected later once you are selected. Like that.
Yes, sir. So next question is from Sanket Santosh. He's asking, as a student, can I apply for funding without any startup idea for research about new innovation?
Naturally, for the students startup, they should have an idea. Okay, and that idea, it should be a researchable idea. It should be a commercialization idea. So the ideas, if the students are coming up with an idea, then naturally it should have a innovation part, and it should be related to, it should be finally, if it is a product is final product, end product is there, then definitely it should be a contribution to the agriculture sector. Okay, and there should be a commercial scalable value also should be there for that project. It's not simply for the for doing a research. Okay, because the researchers build issues always, maybe an innovative idea, but in Raftaar we will look for a product based idea which will be finally culminated with, and also it will be useful for the farming community. Okay, it will be any microbial formulation, it could be any biotechnology aspect, but finally it should be a viable product and a commercially scalable one. That's very important.
Yes, sir. There is one more question. Is the call for innovation grant 4 lakhs is throughout the year?
I didn't get you the last point. 4 lakhs grant is?
I think he is asking, can we get the 4 lakh grant throughout the year? The availability is asking.
Yes, they can connect to the Raftaar network, and there are nearly 26 Raftaar incubators, and every time that means one or two Raftaar will be open. But usually, irrespective of the states, actually you can apply to the Manage Hyderabad as well as the IARI and then NIAM. Okay, those KPs you can apply any time. And of course, if you are coming from a particular state, that state will be the window from that in that Raftaar will be open in a particular time. So at that time, during that time, you can apply to that particular state, and plus Other than that particular state, you can also apply to the other 5 KPs at any time.
Yes, sir. So the next question is from Rajesh. He is asking, I'm willing to start the organic farming with sustainable agriculture practice. And I'm a student pursuing third year BSc Agriculture. Can I apply for RKVY-Raftaar grants?
I think first, I think he must have asked pretty long back. But after explaining our theme, actually, I think both of us definitely must have mentioned the innovation part. Innovation is very important. Okay, of course, sustainability, UN sustainability development goal is very important. But towards sustainability, if you are coming with an innovative idea, you ask yourself, what is the innovation in your project? If there is innovation and if there is a commercial angle in that one, then if you can convert that into a business, okay, or a service, okay, then definitely you can apply for that one. Okay, but you ask the question to yourself, is there any innovation in your in your idea? And if there is a potential scope for commercialization, then you can apply. Okay, so sustainability is very important. Sustainability, everyone is looking for that sustainability. But in organic farming, if you're coming with an organic farming and all, there should be an innovative component in that system also. Okay, otherwise, if you're coming with a traditional organic system, then definitely before the committee, you have to prove what is the innovation you brought into the farming group or farmers group. Okay, so that is very important.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So many participants are raising their hand, so we are going to unmute them. So first we will unmute Dev Subrata. Now you can ask your question. Dev Subrata. Can you hear us?
Yeah. I can hear. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. My appreciation
you're
to all the speakers.
Can
My
you speak
appreciation
a
to all the
bit
speakers
louder?
and the organizers. Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Thank you for my appreciation to both the speakers and the organizers. So I have just a quick question. What if the business idea is not about innovation directly, but more of a service package? So I'm thinking of providing vegan food to families in Kolkata on a subscription model. So the rationale here is like vegan food is not very much easily available. So it's a like bundle up thing, and we'll be providing on a monthly basis. So can I get a training more? I am interested in taking more of a training rather than funding. So what are your thoughts on how to proceed further?
Okay. So if you are not looking for the funding, of course, if you want to improve the shelf life of your food product, definitely you can connect to any business incubation centers with strong in food processing. Of course, KU-RABI is actually doing that one. We are the food products, and to enhance the shelf life, we have our own mentoring sessions. Okay, so you can connect with our KU-RABI, and if you can also contact with the West Bengal team, that means IIT Kharagpur team, for if you have any technical assistance is required in the food processing aspect. They are also good, strong in the food processing aspect. Okay, so of course we can, but again, as in the distribution section, if there is no innovation, actually under the Raftaar, we need the innovation component, as you point right now. It's very important. The innovation part is also important, but service is also okay. Social entrepreneurship is also okay, and service sector is also okay. But you have to show an innovation either in the distribution channel or to the linkage to the consumer. What the innovation component you brought in the distribution, in the supply chain management also, that's also an innovation. But there has to be some innovation in the distribution or in the packaging or in the shelf life enhancement, anything that is again an innovation side. So if there is any innovation, definitely we are there to support you. Okay, you can contact IIT Kharagpur RABI team. okay, for any technical help. And of course, KVY-Raftaar is also able to help you for any technical improvement is required for the food products. And I could see one question, if we have received funding from another Raftaar, whether we can apply next time. There was another question. I don't know whether you have asked that question. Of course, if you have received funding in the pre-seed stage, you can apply for the seed stage funding in another Raftaar. Okay, so that is possible, but that is only after utilizing complete utilization of the pre-seed stage grant. Okay, for example, if you are a pre-seed stage grantee from IIT Kharagpur and you applied, you have utilized that 5 lakhs grant, then you can apply for 25 lakhs grant to manage if you want. Or you can also apply to IIM Kanchipur for the 25 lakhs grant. And reverse is also possible. If you have used 5 lakhs grant and IIM Kanchipur, and then you can apply for a 25 lakhs grant to Kerala. Okay, if you are from Kerala. Okay, and if you are from manage, of course this is applicable. Okay, but from after utilizing a seed stage grant of 25 lakhs grant, then you are not eligible, because 25 lakhs seed stage grant is given for an industry. You cannot change that industry again. So this is possible only for ideation plus seed stage is possible. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, sir. So we are going to unmute Sangvi so that she can ask question. Sangvi, you can ask question now. Can you hear us?
From Pusha Krisi, we can apply for another idea, innovative idea for Raftaar again.
Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat the question, please?
We got a pre-seed fund from Pusha Krisi, so we can apply for some another for again Raftaar again.
I don't think so. You can of course, we have given ideation grant for a particular idea, isn't it? Then you can next time is actually you should apply for another grant that should be in the seed stage. You must have already created the MVP or the MVP based on that validation you must have done for that your product, and then you apply for the seed stage then. Okay, you should not again try for another product and then next time again you should try for another product. No, actually this is for you have to standardize a particular product or a machine or a protocol or a kit based on the ideation grant, and then you should apply for the seed stage grant. Okay, not for again another ideation. So otherwise you will continue this one. You will make a kit initially, then you will make another machine, and the next time then again you will apply for again another product. So the idea is keep on changing. So that is actually the role of innovators. Okay, so in the business actually you have to standardize one product, and with the standardized product you have to go for the scale up. Okay, so one ideation and the scale up of that particular product is admissible.
There is question
Yes,
from
sir.
Pon Seneca. She's again second time she's asking, are there any internship opportunity within RKVY-Raftaar incubators for MSc Agri students? Yeah, Manage is offering internships and they can work with incubation center also. That is possible. Yeah, others also may be taking up. Maybe Dr. Sapal, something you want to answer?
I agree, sir. If somebody visits us and we talk to them, we help them change their idea. We also help them work with us for 6 months and do internship with us. The third option that we talked about, which I think got skipped from them, is that now we have up to 4 lakh grants also. So that can also be given for any idea validation. So there are multiple things which students can do. One is a 4 lakh entrepreneurship grant. Another is definitely an internship opportunity. Now the incubation may not be able to give internship to hundreds of students, but 1 or 2 we almost give all the time. Any good student comes and says, I want to learn, I want to sit here. We say them, baith jao and start learning. So we do give 6 months internship. It's about going and talking to the mentors. किसी ने ये भी बोला था sir, last point I want to add that mine is an MSME idea. I want to sell vegan food in an outlet in Kolkata. Now that's a very beautiful idea, but to add to what sir said, Professor Sudhir said, in itself it's an MSME idea, but here also I would strongly encourage good entrepreneurs like you to go and talk to professors and experts of Raftaar and see how the idea can be slightly changed, slightly, to make it compliant with RKVY needs, and so you make a bigger impact with the funding. So those are my points. So going to the center and talking to people is a very good idea, whether for internship or for getting your ideas validated. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. So one last time we will going to unmute Mr. Vijay Lodhi so that he can ask question.
हेलो
Yes, sir, you can ask question now.
सर, मैं जैसे जानना चाह रहा हूँ, मेरे पास कोई आइडिया है, तो सर एक बार मुझे हिंदी में बताइए, मुझे स्टेप बाय स्टेप किस प्रकार से जुड़ना होगा, बात करना होगा और आगे बढ़ना होगा।
आप कौन से स्टेट में हैं? आप कौन सी स्टेट में हैं?
सर मैं MP भोपाल जिले से बात कर रहा हूँ सर।
MP में, आप मध्य प्रदेश में हैं, तो सबसे बढ़िया, सबसे अच्छा आइडिया आपको अगर मैं 2 लाइन में बताऊं तो आपको मध्य प्रदेश के जो राबी हैं वहां पे जाके लोगों से मिलना चाहिए और वहां से शुरुआत करनी चाहिए। अपने आइडियाज पे काम करते रहिए, लेकिन या तो मध्य प्रदेश वाले राबी में जाइए, उसको खोजने के लिए इंटरनेट पे देखिए। मुझे एकदम से याद नहीं आ रहा है कि मध्य प्रदेश में कौन से राबी हैं, शायद सर को पता होगा। लेकिन दूसरा आइडिया है कि मैनेज भी एप्लीकेशंस लेता है पूरे इंडिया से, तो इनकी वेबसाइट्स पे जाइए, इनके प्रोजेक्ट्स यूट्यूब पे जाके लिखिए RKVY रफ्तार स्कीम, हिंदी में वीडियोस बने हुए हैं RKVY रफ्तार स्कीम में, काफी लोगों ने बनाए हैं, मैंने भी बना रखा है यूट्यूब पे, देखिएगा जाके, बहुत सारे आइडियाज मिलेंगे। तो यहाँ से शुरू कीजिए और जहां तक हो सके एक रफ्तार RKVY रफ्तार के राबी में जाके विजिट करके 1 घंटा 2 घंटा हिंदी में समझ के आइए। वेबसाइट फरोलिए, उसके अंदर सारी डिटेल्स दी गई हैं कैसे अप्लाई करना है। तो उसके बाद फिर जो डाउट्स हो उसके बाद हमें ईमेल डालिए, वी विल रिप्लाई मोर।
आप जबलपुर एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी जा सकता है, उधर RKVY रफ्तार इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर है जबलपुर में। जबलपुर एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी में JNKV में देयर इज इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, आप उधर जा सकता है, जाके बात कर सकता है।
बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
Yes, sir. So there is one question from Rajesh Nayak. He's asking, sir, can you suggest the new innovative techniques in organic farming so that it could help me in get more knowledge and I could research about it further and may know more about it?
So I think the candidate is asking what is an innovative approach in organic farming to the organizers. Okay, actually this you have to, the candidate has to see, government of India is giving many schemes and many subsidies are giving. Each scheme has got its own advantage and merits. Okay, so if Agri Infrastructure Fund is there, Agri Infrastructure Fund is to give the processing segment. Okay, similarly RKVY-Raftaar is giving to those innovators and those who are having 2 set of skill. One is innovation and the second one is commercial business or business skill. So if you have these 2 skills, those who are having these 2 skills together, then only we can sanction grant under the Raftaar scheme. So in organic farming alone, if you're doing, there are many systems, many funding opportunity to fund you for the farming sector. Okay, but if you are coming having your own innovative idea, actually it's to come under the Raftaar. Okay, so the Raftaar program is actually, so usually even in KAU we are getting an application of around 600 numbers. From 600 numbers we are giving funding only to 20 numbers. So we are not giving ideas to the candidates actually. The candidates who are having an innovative idea, they have to come and compete. And then, so it is your duty actually to come up with what is the innovation you can bring in to the organic farming, the existing organic farming. Can we reduce the input cost? Can we have a package to bring the different organic raw material in a bulk system and in marketing aspects, and to clubbing different different segment in this line, so to reduce the input cost. So that's all actually the innovation you can bring in the organic farming. Okay, so how to reduce the raw material applied into the, because that's one of the major problems with organic farming, isn't it? We are applying only the organic material into this one. So naturally, compared to the chemical fertilizers, the quantity is required is more. So what is the innovation you can brought in into this one? Then in organic certification, what is the novelty system you can bring in? So these are the things actually you need to think. If you are working in that ecosystem, you are the right person to think the innovative mechanism we can bring into this organic system, that by which we can we can reduce the input cost and we can enhance the productivity. So that is the way actually you have to think. And then of course we can also assist you by providing the right mentors who are working with the organic ecosystem. Okay. So if you are applying to the specific, if you are from a particular state, you contact the Raftaar team and they can give you the right mentors, okay, who are working in that line. So that of course they will also guide, they can also guide you after seeing your ecosystem as well as your raw material and for what you are doing, the existing plan. After seeing your existing plan, then only we can actually suggest some modification. So you can it requires mentoring, and for that actually the right person is to the first immediate Raftaar, okay, the state Raftaar Rabi team you can contact.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So now we can wrap up the session. So I also want to share that we share the our speakers detail into the chat box. You can also reach out to the speakers. And so now we will wrap up the session. So before we wrap up, here is something excited we want to share with you. That the registration are open now for Managed Agri Eureka 2025, our national level Agri Innovation and Business Plan Challenge. If you got an innovative idea in agriculture or allied sector, this is the platform for you. So don't miss out. The last date for application is 25th May, and all details are upon our website. And also do check out our digital marketing course on our website too. So as we close, I would like to take a moment to thank our visionary director and CEO of Managed CIA, Dr. Saravanan Raj sir. His constant support and belief in startup ecosystem have helped us shaping impactful platform like this. A heartfelt thank to our guest speaker for sharing such a valuable perspective, to all our participants who are take the participation, and also Managed CI team for bringing us together every week. We hope you leave today's session with more clarity and more confidence and more direction. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Sudhir and Professor Sapal and also Mr. Rafi, thank you very much for all the team members. Thank you. It's nice.
Thank you, Dr. Sharon.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.